So, good evening and the afternoon, and welcome to episode 8. Back to Decreedance.
What are you doing? Get off! I don't want to hurt you. Stop! I'm telling you to shoot it. Out here.
One, two, three. So good. So, been recording vocal for Decreedance. I want to get the vocal down. Essentially, I'm aiming to put together a vocal that will be it. So, got the NT1A at this point. So the only thing stopping me right now is there's no lyric for the bridge at the moment. I'd originally intended on increasing the length of the bridge. So where it sits right now at the moment is there's basically two sections of it here. So it's this sequence here in the middle. I just realised you can't see my mouse. So from basically the 21st bar till the 33rd bar is the bridge. So I originally intended to increase the length of that so that there would be an instrumental part at the start, and then I'd sing over two sections at the end and then go back into the verse. Actually, recording it now, I've done sort of this evening, I've done I think about 10 takes of that at the moment, so they're all here. 8 actually, if you take out those two false starts. And really that's just been about getting levels, but also sort of playing around with the bridge, right? So I think now actually I'm going to keep the bridge the same length it is, and I'm going to sing over those two parts. So I'm going to come in as soon as the bridge kicks in. So there'll be vocal throughout at the way the structure is at the moment. I am intending on bracketing that bridge either side with a breakdown going into it, and I think maybe a solo or something like that, or some kind of instrumental coming out. So this song will lengthen just necessarily because I'm adding those two sections. But importantly, adding those two sections I don't think is going to require any additional vocal performances. So if I get the lyric down all the way through here, I should have enough that if I start extending things out, I might need to re-record guitars or bass and things like that. Probably definitely need to record those. Maybe not, but I think so at this point. But vocal, I don't have to. I can just keep chopping it and adding it and pushing it. So my intention for this evening is to essentially keep repeating performances. That's not my intention. I've done that. So I've done about 10 performances. I think the levels are set right. I need to essentially write the lyric for the bridge. Because once that's done, then I don't have to do anything more lyrically, which is good. So, and those 10 performances that I've done so far have given enough. So essentially the way I do this is I know what the song's about. It's been the way it has been for nearly 2 years. So the lyric that already exists, I know throughout, even if I miss the words when I try and remember it singing. But that's just about me not performing it enough. But essentially I know exactly what it's about, so I just as I'm sure most people do, just wail over the top of it until I start forming some kind of sentence structure. I mean, I'm always saying words that just don't make a huge amount of sense for a while, and then after I've sung it enough times, especially if I've recorded it, I can usually then go back and find all the bits that I really like that fit with the sentiment and the meaning of the song as I see it, and I can sort of paste them together. So I'm at that kind of point now. I think I probably need to repeat it a few more times to get it down. So once I've done that, then I'll try and pull off a final sort of vocal performance and get that done and out of the way, which then means that I can move on to really getting into the dynamics and starting to add in those things like the breakdown and the solo or instrumental, maybe some keys, as I said before. So that's where I'll take it next. So that's my intention for this evening. I'll see where this leads me next. This will be the intro to episode 8. I'll record an outro at some point. Maybe about this, maybe about something slightly different, but both Decreedance. So got totally distracted. I ended up not recording. Well, I did record some vocals. I think I do have the lyrics written for the bridge, but then I got distracted and I ended up recording the keyboard piece that you just saw in that last section of the video. Quite pleased with that. I got it's very basic. I'm essentially playing root chords with some. I'm not a piano player. I'll just say that straight away. But picked out the chords basically. Found a few accents I could add in, and that's pretty much it. I've recorded it for the length of the entire 2 verses. So I don't think I could then sample that for the last verse. I might play a version for the last verse to just give it some dynamic. So actually, it's the same, but it's different, if that makes sense. And haven't recorded anything for the bridge at the moment. I may, in fact, add in another synth part of some sort, different instrument or something, something that adds a bit more dynamic. But I'll record that separately. I won't try and record that all at once. So I still need to record a finished lyric. I still need to bracket the bridge with a breakdown beforehand and a solo coming out of it of some sort. But like I say, I've got the lyrics written, so it's just a matter of recording a vocal performance that I'm happy with and going from there. But yeah, so that's episode 8. See you in episode 9.